We're continuing with Darkecha and Holy Confidence. We're up to page Yutet, and the part that's Dalit Bevadai Yativ Hashem Imanu. For sure, Hashem will do good with us. Another integral part of Holy Confidence is when it comes to thoughts about the future. A lot of people are stressed and worrying and filled with anxiety about what's going to be. So many different things that they did in the past, and what's that going to cause me in the future, and how's this karma going to come back around to me. But a true Jew always just trusts in Hashem and knows that for sure Hashem will do good with us. 100%. Because the rule is that our Father in heaven, He does everything. And He does everything only for good. And practically speaking, sometimes there's hard things. There's hard things that we go through. And we ask that there shouldn't be. Rather that it should be revealed good. But we have to remember that everything is for our eternal good. And only Hashem Yitbarach knows what real good is for us, what the true good is that we need. It's like a sick person that's in hospital. And for sure he doesn't want anybody, and he's not asking anybody to cause him pain, to hurt him. But in the end, you see that he gave permission to the doctors that are just human beings, flesh and blood just like us, and they have a lot of room to make mistakes. We let them come to check us, to take care of us, to even hurt us if needs be. And even though I don't understand each time why it's doing it, I know the doctor knows his job. I know if they need to inject me right now, it's because the doctor knows what he's doing. If that's a human being made of flesh and blood just like me that can make mistakes, why do I let him do it? But when it comes to Hashem, who knows good, who knows the best of what's good for me, He knows what's going to bring me to my tikkun. With Hashem I have problems, with the doctors I don't. Therefore we have nothing to worry about. No matter whatever happens, it can only happen from the hand of Hashem. No one else could make something happen in this world. So then it only has to be complete good. And in the end, we will see how it was completely good, so good that I would have picked it myself. Like it's written, I will thank you, Hashem, for all the hardships that I went through. Bitachon, the power of bitachon a person has, trust in Hashem, is a certain knowledge that Hashem is 100% going to do good for me. Atava amitit, a true good, a true favor. No one could affect me, no one could hurt me. Because everything is only in the hands of Hashem Yitbarach. Hashem will do good for me, to be happy with your portion and to want more. Another thing that can make a person weak in their avodat Hashem is this feeling that they're not successful in doing things properly, and therefore they might as well stop anyway. For example, a person knows that they have to have tefillah, and they have to have kavanah in their tefillah. They have to pay attention, and they have to apply their heart and have intention to the deeper meanings of their prayer. That's for sure, it's known. But if a person sees that he's not able to have kavanah in his prayer, and he's trying again and again and again, and he's never getting it right, so then he could come to a place where he just says, hey, I'm never going to even try to have kavanah. Then the Yetzer Hara comes and makes a person weak in all of the avodah of tefillah, and gives him this feeling of ta'ut, of a mistake, and that all my prayers don't matter because I don't have proper kavanah. So too in learning Torah, when a person draws in his mind these great aspirations of what he's going to learn and how much he has to learn, right? Whether we're talking in general, just when it is and how much he's going to learn, and learning consistency, or what it is that it's going to be what it is that's going to be learned. To understand everything properly, to remember all of my learning. So goals and aspirations are a great thing, that's very good. But you have to be careful that it shouldn't be in a way that when you see that you're not on that level, you get weak and you get broken from it. You start to not hold importance to your learning, you think it's not worth anything. Then you won't have the energy to invest in your learning. You won't be able to push forward. You won't be able to finish the pages that you set for yourself to finish. The truth is, you have to know how important and how precious all of your actions are in front of Hashem. how happy Hashem is with every small thing that we do, and how much that brings us closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. וכמה פועל כל דבר קטן אפילו אם לכאורה הוא אינו מושלם. How much every small thing does, even if it's not perfect. כך שצריך להעריך גם את המעט. So we have to appreciate even the small amounts that we can do. And the rule is, מעט גם כן טוב, a little bit's also good. It doesn't mean that you're okay with only doing a little bit. It means that if you only did a little bit, you should be very, very happy with that too. And that will give you the strength and the desire needed to be successful, to go deeper and deeper. כי מי שיש לו מנה, רוצה 200. Whoever has 100 wants 200. Right? This is the way that we see in business, that salesmen, people that are trying to make money, they're trying to bring in as much capital as they can. So they get very happy with every small deal they make, every small little piece of money that they make. It's not that they're okay making a little bit of money. It's just every small piece of money pushes me to make more and more and more. So too in our holiness, in our avodat Hashem, we shouldn't be setting out to not make money. We shouldn't be setting out to just be a bottom feeder and get by. But every small thing that we do, we have to be extremely happy, so that it gives us the power and the energy needed to push forward to do more. And every single Jew needs to know and believe that his actions are precious in the eyes of Hashem. And even when they're not perfect, and if a person tries with all of his might and puts all of his effort, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will finish it all for him. Like it's written, La'el gomer alai, to Hashem that finishes the work for me. Ve'en lachshoch shema machshavot ke'elu yevu'u l'rifayon. Don't think that thoughts like this will bring a person to become weak in their avodat Hashem, to let back. A person say, if that's the case, why should I do anything? Why should I sanctify myself? Why should I put in effort? Hashem's with me. What do I need to try so hard? What do I need to do so much? Hashem Yitbarach, He looks deep inside the heart and the kidneys. He knows who really wants Him and is serving Him with all of their might. And only in the hard times I recognize and I realize and I lean on the fact that Hashem's with me no matter what. Not all the time. I know Hashem's with me in general, but when do I lean on that learning? When I'm having a hard time. Not just every day it allows me to be lazy. No, when I need it to give me life. When I need it to bring me back to alignment. And Hashem sees also whoever looks at these kinds of teachings and uses them as an excuse to sit back and to take off the yoke off their neck. And everyone's going to get to exactly what they need in the proper way. This is what it says in Hosea. The ways of Hashem are straight, the righteous will walk down them, and the criminals will be tripped up by way of them. Hashem will never prevent good for those who walk simply. And when you start something, another thing that comes to holy confidence is when you start something, it's very important to continue to go, to not stop in the beginning, to not get confused, and to change avoda in the middle, to change the things that you're doing in the middle of them. Meaning, everything that a person starts, for example, he wants to start to start working on a certain topic, to start working on something specific. If you already went into it, then even if you get confusion, you get all these different thoughts, and you tell them it's not good, it's not right for you, right? You started something holy, and you're at the beginning of it, and you start to get all this confusion. People start to tell you nonsense about it and about yourself. It's better to do it in a different way, so on and so forth. Don't give up on your place. If you started, stay strong. Stay strong. We're not talking about bad things, right? If a person starts a bad thing, you need to stop that and change it immediately. We're talking about things of processes of mitzvot and things that are permissible, not necessarily mitzvot, but permissible, working out, doing something good, something that's going to bring health to your life and bring alignment. If you started a good thing already, don't let the confusion get to you. what to learn, right? What should I work in? How should I work? How much should I work? You need a little bit of time to really settle into any change that you make in your life. And you have to hold on to what you started with. The best way to do this is you start with at least 2 months. Minimum 1 month. But you take upon something new, push through it for at least 2 months or at least a month. Because by way of that, you'll start to build it as part of your makeup, part of your soul. And after that, you'll be able to see, does it align? Does it fit into all the pieces? Before a month, before 2 months, you won't even be able to tell really how is it affecting you inwardly and how inside it's really having a positive outcome on you or the opposite. And then you're able to realign and to see if you want to change it up. And any change that you make in the middle of your avodah, it's a Yetzer Hara coming to give you advice to switch things up. If you're in the middle of something and you haven't even really got into a month or 2 months of doing it, and you feel like you need to change, I don't want to pray in this place anymore. I don't want to go to this gym anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. It's all a test. It's all a test. And it'll be a big loss if you were to give up on that thing, because the person just feels, all he's feeling is a lack of certainty. וגם לא קוצר פירות שיתנו לו כוח להמשיך. And he also can't cut the fruit, reap the fruit and the benefit that will give him the power to continue on. וכן בלימוד, so too in learning Torah. ראוי שלא לעבור ממסכת למסכת. You shouldn't move from book to book or from tractate to tractate. ומדרך לימוד לדרך אחרת. Move from this type of learning to the other type of learning. אלא לגמור את הדבר שהתחלת, finish the thing. Finish the thing that you started, and only then contemplate if you need to switch, it up. The general rule is, you started something, be strong and complete it, keep going, don't give up. Be strong and don't let any of the confusion, any of the doubts come into your mind and mess you up and stop the process and ruin the process for you. No one to come tell you there's something else, there's a different way, there's a better way. Believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put you in the right place at that moment that you needed to be there, and He opened up this idea for you to go down that path, and right now that's the only job you have. And when a person has clarity of what his job is, he has the ability to get through whatever he needs and to push forward and to not get confused. When you start to let the doubts come in and you don't give yourself the time of a month, 2 months to push through on this new thing that you're taking upon yourself, then you lose it. You'll never be able to really get through the test of having to be dedicated, of committing to something, of working on something until it actually comes into fruition. You're always just trying to seek out new lights and try new different things and listen to anybody else that comes and sways you in different ways. Because Baruch Hu is compared to a tzur, a rock, a boulder. True spirituality is strong. It doesn't move. It's not wish-washy. We push forward and we give things time to grow, time to settle in. After 2 months, it's become part of you. Now you can taste it from the inside. You can experience from the inside. And you see that it's not good for you. It's not doing what you set out to do and wanted to accomplish when you took that thing upon yourself. Now you can change it. Now you can see that it's not working. It's not right. You can adjust. But you had a good feeling and a connection towards something good that can grow, that can help you to grow, that can bring you growth and clarity in your life. And after a week of doing it, you don't feel like it anymore, or someone comes and tells you it's not right, don't listen. That's the Yetzer Hara. At least invest 2 months into the process to make a real acquisition, to go through that thing in the ups and the downs, and to not give up on it, and then reevaluate, is it good for me or not, or should I give up on it? B'ezrat Hashem, may we all continue to go down this path of holy confidence. Next time we learn, we're going to be learning in Perek Gimel about doubts that we have in life, and that will wrap up this idea of holy confidence probably in 2 or 3 more classes. B'ezrat Hashem.